Hey everyone, welcome to another day of our digital advent calendar. Today is December 17th and our word is faithful. As I was thinking about what it means to be faithful, as I often do, I started with a dictionary definition. According to Webster's dictionary, faithful means remaining steadfast or loyal. Remaining steadfast or loyal. I don't know if there is a better word to describe our God. The word faith, faithful, faithfully, and faithfulness are all used over 490 times in the Bible. Some of them include, let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. Hebrews 10:23. Therefore let him who thinks he stands be careful that he doesn't fall. No temptation has taken you except what is common to man. God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted above what you are able, but will with the temptation also make the way of escape that you may be able to endure it. 1 Corinthians 10:12-13. This saying is trustworthy, for if we died with him, we will also live with him. If we endure, we will also reign with him. If we deny him, he will also deny us. If we are faithless, he remains faithful. He can't deny himself. 2 Timothy 2:11-13. Don't let your heart be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. John 14:1. Although that doesn't have the word faith in it directly, I think it's still about faith. A faithful man is rich with blessings, but one who is eager to be rich will not go unpunished. Proverbs 28:20. His Lord said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will set you over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Matthew 25:21. And I could go on. I could probably find all 490 uses of the word faith, faithful, faithfully, faithfulness, but I don't think you need me to go any further. Most of these that I read, and most of them that you will find in the Bible, are in regards to our faith, or sometimes lack thereof. But that's the catch, isn't it? It isn't really about our faith or faithfulness, is it? Because if it were, we would never get it right. We are human, and we, most of the time, are unable to remain faithful. We try and we try hard, but we stumble and we fail. It's just part of our human condition. But there is good news. The God we serve is faithful to the 1,000th degree. God will never leave us or forsake us, even when we are less than faithful. If you go all the way back to the beginning of the story with creation, you see God prove God's faithfulness. Adam and Eve disobey God. They aren't faithful to what God declared about the trees in the garden, about the fruit. Adam and Eve disobey God. And sure enough, there are consequences, and Adam and Eve need to leave the garden. But God remains faithful, promises to go with them, and even clothes them before they leave the garden. God remains faithful, even when Adam and Eve aren't. Then you have Noah and his family. Sure, God does destroy the wicked humanity God created, yet God remains faithful to Noah and his family. Even when Noah doesn't want to build the ark, God remains faithful. Or Moses. Moses killed an Egyptian guard, yet God remained faithful to Moses. Moses didn't want to do what God asked him to do, yet God remained faithful. Or Jonah, or David, or Elijah, or the Israelites wandering in the desert, or the disciples, or anyone who comes after. Humanity has a tough time remaining faithful, yet God does not. God is faithful to God's core. And these examples and more are found all the way through the Bible and through humanity's history. God remains faithful to God's chosen people. God remains faithful to us. God remains loyal and steadfast, so much so that God sent Jesus into the world to be born as a baby on Christmas. God entered the world through Jesus to show us what love incarnate was and is. Then God, through Jesus, died on the cross, defeated death, to show us just how faithful and devoted and dedicated to humanity God is. Faithfulness doesn't depend on us, my friends, and for that I am thankful. God is faithful. we just have to show up and keep trying. Emmanuel, God with us. God will be faithful to the very end. Happy Advent.